You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm sharing a complete makeover of this small guest bathroom. It's very outdated and just needs a major facelift. So we live in a mobile home and we have plans to slowly remodel throughout. I also plan to film it, so make sure that you are subscribed if you like this video so that you don't miss any of my future home makeover videos. I personally love to watch makeover time-lapse videos myself. Something about them is so satisfying. But with that being said, I hope you enjoy watching me transform this bathroom from this to this. The first thing that I did was take some painter's tape and trim out all of the edges. I am going to go back and paint the trim later, but for now I need to take that off so that I can paint the walls. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and paint the vanity. So I'm getting it ready. I'm going to take that hardware off where we had an old toilet paper roll holder thing that was up there and it was broke, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off, and I'm gonna lightly sand the whole vanity. It's covered in like a paper material and it don't really have a whole lot of texture to it, so I wanted to give it a light sand just to give it some texture. If you live in a mobile home or you have ever lived in a mobile home, then you know what kind of material this is. So I decided to paint the whole bathroom gray, and for the vanity I wanted to go a little bit darker. So I will have all the paint colors that I used down below in the description box.
I don't want nobody stabbing me with love. Don't wanna waste no time getting my feelings hurt. I believe in those things we don't know much of. There's just so much to see that ain't about love. I'm ready to face my fears, I'm ready to taste the weird. I just wanna walk the hills above. My ordinary life, I could let it burn. 'Cause I just wanna go to the deep end. I just wanna go to the deepest end. No planning, no stress and no work, no trying to fix what we are. Just go to the deepest end. I never got to let loose, hanging out with you. You tossed and you turned our love into a stiff statue. My brain was having enough, like my thoughts just stopped. Now all I think of is leaving this bad old spot. I'm ready to face my fears, I'm ready to taste the weird. I just wanna walk the hills above. My ordinary life, I could let it burn. 'Cause I just wanna go to the deep end. I just wanna go to the deepest end. No planning, no stress and no work, no trying to fix what we are. Just go to the deepest end.
So So now it is day 2 and I'm gonna start painting the walls. I first need to take down this old shower curtain and also the old towel rack. I'm gonna take all that down, and then I'm also gonna take the broom and just dust all of the walls off really good. Make sure I have all the spider webs, just to make sure that my paint goes on smoothly.
Take me back, just go, go, go. Go, go, go. Yeah, I can't forget what you done. The way you act won't take me back. Just go, go, go. Go, go. 'Cause I just wanna go, go, go to the deep end. I just wanna go, go, go to the deepest end. No planet.
And I'm just taking a little bit of spackle and putting that into the holes where the old towel rack was. So I'm gonna go ahead and start painting now, and I'm just taking a paintbrush and going along the edges first, and then I will go back with a roller.
We can pretend that we're just friends, yeah. But who are we kidding? We can pretend that we feel nothing. But if you're game, I am willing to jump. 'Cause I've been thinking about crossing the line and just giving. And I'm feeling the way I do. Cause I've been thinking about you all the time, can't get enough. I wanna make it with you. This time I'm gonna be true. Only you move me to the rhythm. Only you move me to the rhythm. Only you move me to the rhythm. We can pretend that we have changed, yeah. But who are we kidding? Kidding. We can pretend that we feel nothing and keep it hidden now. 'Cause I've been thinking about crossing the line and just giving. And I'm feeling the way I do. 'Cause I've been thinking about you all the time, can't get enough. I wanna make it with you. This time I'm gonna be true. Only you move me to the rhythm. 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 Only you move me to the rhythm.
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun. The trunk's full of wine. We're gonna stay up, have the time of our lives. The night is young, don't need anybody else.
And I did have to go back and do a second coat of paint on the walls, but now it is day 3 and I'm gonna go ahead and paint the door and all of the trim. So I have removed all of the tape off of the trim work and I've now placed tape onto the wall. So the first thing I'm doing is just cleaning this door really good. We had lots of dust bunnies up there at the top. You guys know how bathroom doors can get grimy from hairspray and stuff like that. So I'm just making sure that the door is nice and clean. And I've also went ahead and trimmed off the mirror as well. Thought about reframing the mirror, but it was just more work than what I bargained for right now. So I left it as is and painted the trim, but I may go back later and reframe it. I can't take it down because it's like the whole thing is anchored to the wall somehow, and I feel like I'm going to either break the mirror or the wall, and so I'm just going to keep the mirror up there, but I think I can probably get the trim work loose and put some new trim work up there. But like I said, that may be something that I do someday.
We just wanna dance on our own. We came to party all night long and sing along to every song. We don't need nobody's attention, don't need nobody else in our
inside of me. It's a deep hole where I bleed. Oh, can I seal it? You're like an ocean without land, not a single grain of sand. I'm drifting on it. So cold yet warm when you hold.
And now before I paint the mirror, it's the same material as what the vanity is, so I just took some sandpaper, giving that a light sand, wiping it off, and then I will go back and paint it. And I did have to do 2 coats on there. And like I said earlier in the video, I will have all of the paint colors that I used down below, and I'll also have the brands that I used as well. And now I'm just going back on the door and putting a second coat. This was a pretty dark brown door. And now on to the countertop. I've actually done a whole video on this before. We did all of the counters in the kitchen like this, so it's called a faux granite, and you just do this with acrylic paints, and you can get them at Walmart in the craft section. So first I'm just taping up the edges of the counter, and then I'm going to take some sandpaper and sand it really good so that my paint will have something to adhere to. This is a pretty slick surface, and the cool thing about this is that you can do any color combinations that you want to do. I just chose to stick with the colors that we did in the kitchen. I thought that they would match the colors that were in the bathroom anyways, so that's what I did. But like I said, you can change the colors however you want and do whatever color combination that you want. You can go lighter, you can go darker. So once I have it taped up and sanded and wiped off, I'm going to take some kilts and kilts the whole countertop before I put the acrylic paints. And you want to make sure that this quilt is completely dry before you start applying your paint. And I didn't tape up around the sink, I was just extra careful around that area, and I did end up getting some acrylic paint on the sink, but the good thing about the acrylic paint is that it wipes right up even after it's dry. So here's the colors that I'm using in the order that I'm going to use them. I have the dark granite, and then on top of that I'm going to use granite gray and then snow white. And to do this you can get really creative. I just took one of these bath sponges. They're like $1 at Walmart, and I broke it into pieces, and that's what I'm going to use to dab the paint onto the counter. And the good thing is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It looks better if it's not perfect, because granite does not have a certain pattern, no rhyme or reason. And I'm going to start with the darkest color first and dab that all over the counter. When I first dab my sponge into the paint, I'm going to make sure to blot it really good. You don't want big blots of paint on your counter, and you're just going to dab that all over the counter. And when you put the first coat of this on, it's going to look a little bit funny, but I found as you layer your colors, it does start to look better and like granite. So don't freak out when you put your first layer down. It is going to look a little bit funny, but I promise the more you add, the better it's going to look. And the good thing about this is that you can easily correct it. If you get it too dark, you can add another layer of a lighter color to steer it back in the lighter direction. And then if you get it too light, you can do the same thing with the dark. So I really, really like this method of painting the counters because I feel like it's just foolproof. Anybody can do it, and you really honestly can't mess it up. And also, whenever you do this, you want it to completely dry, and then you will go over it with some polyacrylic. You want to seal this. It's not going to stay like this. If you just left it like this, it's going to get scratched off, and if it gets wet, water is going to mess it up. So you want to go over it with some kind of sealant. And whenever I did mine, I did 2 coats, but if you wanted it to be extra protected, you could do 3 or 4 coats.
Oh, would you call me on my sins? You think that you're under my skin. I just wanna wake up in my bed alone. Oh no, I don't wanna be tucked in someone else's arms. I will close my door 'cause I need.
And now I'm just taking a wet cloth and going along the edge of the sink, making sure that I'm cleaning up any of the acrylic that I got there. And that is pretty much it. Like I said, you just want to make sure you seal it. It took me maybe a couple of hours, and that was allowing drying time between coats and everything. Now, whenever you put the polyacrylic, you want it to cure for a couple of days. You don't want to set anything on the counter, but that's the longest time that it takes. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put the hardware on the cabinet, and I chose to go with a satin nickel. Now I'm going to go ahead and hang up a new shower curtain. The one we had in here was really old and outdated and falling apart, so I found this one at Ross, and I also got a liner to go with it. So I'm just hanging that up, and I felt like that really, really made the bathroom pop. So the next thing I'm going to do is install these floating shelves from Ofani. You can get these off of Amazon, and they're really inexpensive, and y'all, they were so easy to install. It took me less than 10 minutes to do all the drilling and everything, and the instructions were very clear. And I do want to thank them for sponsoring today's video. They were nice enough to send me these, and they gave me a link. I will put it down below for you guys. But I feel like these are what really made the bathroom makeover come together. They were the focal point of the whole bathroom. So if you guys are interested in these shelves, I will have them linked down below. Like I said, they were really easy to install, and it took me less than 10 minutes to do everything, putting them together, hanging them up, everything. And they come in 2 different colors. I got the brown ones, but they also come in a weathered gray if you guys are interested in that.
seem too nice to be alone, so lonely. I see you going.
So now that I have the shelves installed, I can start putting up my decor. I got just a couple of pieces from Hobby Lobby and also from Ross. So I got the wash sign and the greenery from Hobby Lobby, and then the little basket on the top shelf came from Ross. So my original plans to decorate this bathroom was going to be more with like kids decor, but I waited last minute to go look for decor. I was thinking I would be able to find some kids bathroom decor in the store, but when I went, I had a whole lot of trouble finding some kids bathroom decor. But I kind of like this better. Less is more, and I like the pop of color that the greenery adds. And then I also got a couple of rugs from Ross. They came in a 2-pack, one a smaller one and then one larger one. Yeah, here's a quick before of what the bathroom looked like. It's a big difference. And here is the after. Big difference. I was so proud of this thing. I kept walking by just to look inside. It's just one of those things that was so satisfying, and it felt really good to get accomplished. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out these VANITY floating shelves off of Amazon. I will have a link down below. They were really easy to install, and they were a nice focal point to this bathroom makeover. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
They just don't. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing. But guess I need more of you.